Hey everyone, today is June 13th. This is my trade recap for this morning's trade that I took on gold USD. Um, yeah, this is the first video on this channel. It's also the first trade recap of many. I am a very inexperienced trader. I'm also, a little under 2 months into this whole thing. That's from really the beginning, but you know, I think I've learned quite a bit, and it's a little chaotic, whatever I've got going on here. But I'm gonna go break it down. I'm gonna see if I can, find what I did wrong, see what I did good, and maybe what I can improve. So I started off getting on the charts at around, I would say 7 p. Yeah, right around 7 p.m. at this in this low right here, 7 p.m. low, or yeah, around that time, and we overall just had like bullish market structure from here, and I use this. You guys might have to bear with me if I'm a little slow. Okay. Sometimes I just put boxes and shit, and I don't know what it's for. All right. Anyway, so I think I started off on a 5 minute time frame, and we honestly just had some bullish market structure, and I just started marking out some of the Asian session highs and London session highs and lows, stuff like that. So we have it over here and over here. And overall, gold was, kind of booming today, especially from what happened from some news. And I did analyze this morning. I checked on. I really wanted to look for a trade between 8 and 10 a.m. And, I was willing to trade with this, just some low impact news. And yeah, I could really only trade till 10 p.m. And so this wasn't too much of an issue. So as we go into this trade, just following the uptrend here, I, waited for a, I think I was waiting for some sort of like, confirmation, like a break of structure or inverse fair value gap, but, we just kept going up. So at that point, I started marking out recent highs, here, just marking out stuff that we could sweep. And with this fair value gap right here, I was just kind of marking everything out on different time frames. And around 9 p.m. is when I wanted to take my trade. So I think what I did over here, yeah. So I had this. So today I kind of did something a little bit stupid. We'll get into what happened. So if we scale down, where the fuck? If we scale down to the 1 minute time frame, we see over here lots of big boxes. Yeah. So I think this was my this was over here was my 5 minute fair value gap. This is just some random small one that I had. I can get rid of that. And not sure too much what this is, but I guess we'll go with it. Yeah, so price honestly just kept climbing up. We dipped down into this 5 minute fair value gap, or wait, let me check. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, we dipped down into this 5 minute fair value gap. Then I checked on the 1 minute time frame. So that gave me some decent, confirmation that we were going to continue in an uptrend. So I just kept there. Price just kept pushing up and pushing up, and I was honestly waiting for price to, overall just kind of sweep this high, because everything here was just, like very not nice price action. Maybe here, yeah, that's kind of insane. But yeah, so a little choppy, but honestly, I was just waiting for these highs to get swept up here, because I know this would have been like the highest high in, like, I don't know. Let's see, we have like up to here. Yeah, honestly, this price is just not getting up there. All right, bro. One day. Anyway, so as we head back to the disaster. Dude, I'd be marking out too much shit. Anyway, so alright, so back to where we were. Price filled in, price moved up, another fair value gap, nothing happened to it, just a little small one. Then kept pushing, and then I don't know what this line is for. Maybe we'll just get rid of it. And then right here is where we had this 1 minute fair value gap. And here I kind of, I think, I don't know if I was getting impatient, or I wanted to, I don't think I was getting impatient. I just wanted to get a buy move, maybe see if I can, like, I don't want to say make extra money because this is obviously paper trading, but I just wanted to see if I can get a buy move up, and then once liquidity gets swept up here, it goes down. So, and you know, consequently that happened. Oops. Okay, anyway, so right here on this retrace is kind of where I was playing, is where I ended up planning. I do believe I set my stop loss, you know, I got in here and I set my stop loss a little too like low. I think I should have set it honestly maybe halfway through this fair value gap instead of this one, because if we're thinking about it, like if I had done it here, if I was putting down on this retrace and I don't know, let's see what could have marked off. I don't really know, but like you know, you guys get the point. If there was a fair value gap here, I think I would have done it, you know, somewhere in this area, which, you know, I learned that I know that I need to set my stop loss where it's wrong, where trade idea is wrong, because I think here I don't want to say I got a little bit unlucky because, you know, the chart's going to move how it wants. But yeah, so with the and I also should have paid attention, you know, with the very bullish market, we could expect like heavier retraces. So anyway, yeah, I ended up going long right here. And I set my take profit at, you know, over here where we had this, where we swept out. Well, this isn't where I got it, but I set my take profit at these highs right here. You know, due to bullish market structure, I think we were gonna push up. And yeah, so I ended up getting long here. I placed my stop loss a little too. I placed it very low for I think I bought around like, yeah. So you can see where I bought, and then here, I ended up getting, you know, stopped out. So that's one thing to note, that I noted that my stop loss was too high and I need to pay more attention, because I did it, you know, especially on phone, it can get a little frustrating sometimes. But anyway, and I also did not mark this out. Yeah, that's bad. So now I'm just gonna take this one. Okay, so we had price move down to this 1 minute, then it did get, the only reason, like, okay, so I think I reversed my position. Yeah, I reversed my position here because we had an inverse. So it was, I don't know, it was a little confusing, but I realized that, you know, this fair value gap right here even though this one got disrespected, you know, like that higher time frames holds, you know, more value. So right here is when we had the 5 minute fair value gap, and you know, even if we want to go on the 15-minute, I think, yeah, 15-minute was just kind of a bullish market structure. Even here, you know, I think I could have more, especially right, yeah, like we got filled here though. I don't even know what this, I'm gonna take out these random highs and lows. Yeah, that's probably gonna clean it up a little bit. Okay, so but even right, where was it? Am I tripping? Hello? Oh yeah, right here. Okay, I'm just gonna put that back. Okay, right here we have this 15-minute fair value gap where price once again gets pushed down into, and then we had a move up. But this was after we had our, okay, so that's, okay, so actually I don't know why I'm looking at that. Anyway, so back to the 1 minute time frame here, we do see now, obviously I think I should have paid attention more, because obviously we have price moving up. This is our 5 minute fair value gap. It holds more value than this small 1 minute, and I should have realized that there could have been a heavier retrace. And you know what happened? Price ended up dipping down into this 5 minute and moving back up. Now what I did here was I kind of panicked. I reversed my position. Well, I sold, and then I bought right here, which, yeah, this is a pretty good buying position considering, you know, price was gonna go back up. Fix my posture. Yeah, so right here price moved up, and then I don't know why I bought here. Oh yeah, I think I bought here again. I bought here, and then I got like, bro, I don't even know. Please let me know what I did wrong. But anyway, so here I decided, you know, it was kind of stupid. I realized that this got filled, and I panicked instead, and I didn't panic, and I said, okay, I'm gonna buy. Then we have this, I believe this is a, let me check. very sure what this box is. I think if we scale to the 1 minute, we might be able to tell better. What the oh yeah, okay. So, not sure. Oh wait, okay. See, once again, me not noticing. Right here is our another 1 minute fair value gap, which we couldn't find anything on the 5 or any kind of higher time frame. So, evidently we want to go for this. So right here, fair value gap, price moved up. I marked it, and I didn't panic on this move down unless we were going to break structure. And price filled in this fair value gap. Then we went up, retrace, go up. Then I didn't panic again. Here we had another retrace, and let me see if I no, there wasn't too much to mark out here. No order, nothing. Okay, so price moved up right here, and price was, dude, I almost took profit early. I almost took profit very early here because, dude, my stop loss was at like these highs, but it didn't I don't know, it just didn't close. I didn't take profit, so I held on. We moved back down, retrace, and then this is the move up where my take profit got hit. Now I really realized that, I could have benefited from this trade a lot more than I did if I maybe had, I don't want to say bought earlier, because I was mainly waiting for like, some sort of breaker structure, and then we just never really got it. But I think if I had, maybe bought down, I think I should have paid attention if I bought down into this fair value gap so I could get filled. Then, considering it's a higher time frame, paid attention to this one, fill, here, retrace, go up. And I did mark out this fair value gap after we swept liquidity. We swept all these highs. And that's one thing I'm, fuck the money, because like here, look, I knew we had these highs, and then everything else, after this just fucking low price, nothing, not low price, but price, it hasn't been as high as this. And I knew, and then we were just super, super bullish, especially on the daily time frame. So yeah, especially on the daily time frame, we were just in a strong uptrend. We did, okay, so move up, then we had a breaker structure to the downside, then we go for the retrace, but then we broke structure again, one of these candlesticks. Anyway, so we had fairly bullish, price for the day, and then even here when I was marking out session highs on those, we could see that we were actually coming in pretty strong, So anyway, back to the 1 minute. So yeah, so I ended up, price got pushed up, I took profit, and I realized that, I should have stayed, honestly, like, where I was and not have panicked and sold, and I should have paid attention to more of my confluences. So yeah, so I think my bias flipping was correct here. Let me see what I put down. Yeah, so I had a correct bias when it was going to flip above the flip down to this above this liquidity. So price swept, fair value gap inverse, then we just, kept going down into a downtrend. Another fair value gap here. Oh, shit. Another one here, price moved. This one, yep, go down, swept, not swept, I mean filled. Boom, go down, liquidity. We are kind of, what lows are we pushing out here? We have this low. Wait, no, that's the low, but okay. Let me just take that off. Yeah, we have this low, this low, this low, and overall just kind of everything, like this one right here. Just a lot of stuff here we ended up sweeping out. So from that we can see price ended up breaking structure to the upside. So far, I'm not going to do that. This order block didn't get filled, but now although the order block did not get filled, oops, the breaker block, however, seemingly did get filled, even barely. What the heck is this big? I'm deleting this. Okay. Anyway, right here we have our, damn, price went down. Okay, this is our order block. Price pushed out, filled in, kept moving up. Fair value gap, right here. We did have that, but I think if we scale maybe to a, maybe we could see if something happened on the 5-minute time frame over here. Blazar. Yeah, okay. Let me just get rid of this. That's the fair value gap that we had, and yeah, so we did, okay, so even on the 1-minute time frame, we did have a break of structure and an inverse fair value gap. So I mean, regardless of what I say, price moved down, but we ended up sweeping liquidity, like literally all of these lows and stuff, and this over here, and and what else in this over here as well. So I think it's just pretty normal, pretty good price action to trade off of. Overall, I think if this fair value gap, I mean, as filled as it got, I feel like, you know, we also, I mean, we pretty much disrespected it. It just took long. Yeah, so we just saw liquidity move up. Let's see what we could use. Okay, look, perfect. I think this is not the same example we just used? It might be. Do I care? Not really. But this is some real, okay, this is some good stuff to look at. Right here, buff. So we just have a, did I even, no, we have a, this is our 5-minute order and breaker block. Scale down to the 1-minute time frame. You know, it's just, price came in, just kept taking little dips in, and then moved up, and then even it's much easier to see it on 5-minute. I don't think it was necessary to move down to the to the 5-minute. So even here, yeah, order block, breaker block, price, you know, moved up, pushed out. Yeah, price just moved down, dipped inside, kept going up. Forever. This is yeah, oh no, that didn't even get filled. Okay, anyway, let's just see what else we could do. I just want to put out as much, like, you know, stuff. Obviously market closed at like 5. Don't know that this is relevant. Price just kind of, I mean, yeah, we got disrespected and that thing came back out. Yeah, so I think after, really, this is just post New York session was before, yeah, so right here. So I think anything after this, I'm not trying to trade, obviously. I mean, yeah, we have, like I showed, this giant, oh shit, this giant fair value gap. So I think, yeah, overall, I think the things I want to take away, like, I definitely over traded, because obviously here, if we go to my trading, my realized profit and loss is plus 86. Why? Because I took back this trade that I know I should have stayed in. So this was accidental. This one is when I closed. This is my, no, this is when I, okay, that's early. This is the other day. This is today. So my long position, I got stopped out, which I got stopped out. Wait, I got stopped out, one, because I set my stop loss at not a good place. Then I ended up selling, and then my stop loss got hit again. And then when I sold, this is when I sold, like, I don't even know. I think I'm just kind of confused at myself. But I think these are just stop losses getting hit and me panicking. So that's, I don't say I really panicked, because although it's not real money, I'm still trying to, like, you know, I know not to really think about the money, but at the end of the day, I know I stuck to my, I'm like, let's just get my position back for a good price. And not try to make profit, but keep the trade that I did. Because regardless, like, it's not about if I could have made money on this trade, it's keeping my original position. Because if you just keep, if you just keep like buying and selling or like over and over, like over trading, which is very stupid, then you're not really going to learn anything because it's just a cycle. But I'm glad I was able to identify my confluences. I was able to tell when price was going to have a reversal after a very, very, very big bullish morning. So yeah, man, pretty sexy. Glad I was able to find out what I did wrong, look at news, and yeah. So I ended the day, which I know I would have had more profit. Sorry, as I would have made more money if I had just stayed with my original position. So yeah, I ended the day profitable, which, day by day, who cares? We just want to see at the end of the month. So there's been a lot of news recently. Tomorrow, obviously, no market. I'm not trying to trade Monday. Yeah, I mean, Monday looks like a tradable day. I don't know. But anyway, we'll look at that. We'll look at that stuff. So this is my trade recap for the day. I'm glad I learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next one.